The kitchen always feels warmer when the oven is on. Emma notices it the moment she walks in. The windows are slightly fogged at the corners. The yellow lights under the cupboards glow softly against the dark evening outside. Somewhere near the sink, the kettle clicks quietly as it finishes boiling. Her father is already standing at the counter, rolling up the sleeves of his jumper. "You're just in time," he says. Emma smiles. She always seems to arrive just as baking is about to begin. Not because anyone calls her, just because the house somehow feels different when butter and sugar are about to be mixed together. On the counter sits a large ceramic bowl, white with a thin blue line around the edge. Emma has seen it her whole life. Her father places it in front of her. "Flour first," he says gently. Emma reaches for the paper bag beside the bowl. The top is folded over twice and dusted lightly with flour near the corners. She opens it carefully. The smell is soft and dry and familiar. Her father hands her the measuring cup. She scoops the flour slowly. One cup, then another. A small cloud of flour drifts into the air as she tips it into the bowl. Her father laughs quietly. "There's always flour everywhere," he says. Emma looks down at the counter. Already there are white fingerprints near the edge where she touched it with dusty hands. She likes that part. The kitchen never stays perfectly tidy while they bake. That is what makes it feel alive. Outside, rain taps lightly against the window above the sink. Not heavy rain, just steady enough to hear beneath the quiet sounds of the kitchen. Emma looks towards the glass for a moment. The street outside shines softly beneath the orange streetlights. Cars pass slowly through the wet evening. Then she turns back towards the bowl. Her father cuts butter into small cubes on a wooden board. The knife makes soft tapping sounds against the wood. He slides the butter into the bowl beside the flour. "Now we mix," he says. Emma pushes up the sleeves of her cardigan. Then she places both hands into the bowl. The butter feels cool against her fingertips at first, soft at the edges, firm in the middle. She rubs it slowly into the flour while her father measures sugar beside her. The kitchen smells warm already, even before anything has gone into the oven. Warm lights, warm tea, rain outside, the faint sweetness of butter. Emma likes evenings like this best. Nothing important happening, nowhere to go, just the quiet feeling of being home while rain moves softly across the windows. Her father pours sugar into the bowl. The small grains slide over the flour like pale sand. Emma mixes again carefully. The texture changes beneath her fingers. Softer now, smoother. "You're getting good at this," her father says. Emma smiles, but keeps looking down at the bowl. She likes when he says things quietly like that, as though there is no hurry for the words to arrive. On the windowsill above the sink sits a small basil plant, leaning slightly towards the glass. One leaf moves gently each time the radiator clicks beneath it. Emma notices that too. She notices many things in the kitchen when they bake together. The soft ticking clock above the doorway, the sound of rainwater slipping through the gutter outside, the way steam curls upwards from her father's tea mug. He drinks tea while baking every single time, always from the same dark blue mug. Emma reaches for the wooden spoon resting beside the bowl. The handle is smooth from years of use. She begins stirring slowly while her father cracks an egg carefully against the side of a smaller bowl. The shell breaks with a sharp, soft sound. Then the egg slips down into the mixture. Everything changes texture again after that. The dough becomes thick and golden, heavy against the spoon. Emma switches hands because stirring becomes harder. Her father steadies the bowl gently so it does not slide across the counter. For a while, neither of them says very much. The rain continues softly outside. The spoon scrapes slowly against the bowl. The oven hums with warmth nearby. Emma likes the quiet spaces between words. They never feel empty in the kitchen. Her father tears off a sheet of baking paper and places it onto a tray. The paper curls slightly at the corners before flattening down. Emma rolls small pieces of dough between her palms. Round shapes at first, then slightly uneven ones, some larger than others. Her father lines them neatly across the tray anyway. "They'll taste the same," he says. When Emma notices one looks crooked, Emma laughs softly. A little flour still sits near the end of her nose. Her father reaches over and brushes it away gently with his thumb. Then he places the tray into the oven. Warm light spills briefly across the kitchen floor before the door closes again. Now they wait. Waiting is always part of baking. Emma climbs onto one of the stools beside the counter. Her father pours warm milk into 2 mugs, a little cinnamon on top. The steam rises slowly between them. Outside, the rain has become steadier now. Drops slide down the windows in long silver lines. The whole kitchen feels smaller and warmer against the dark evening outside. Emma wraps both hands around the mug. The warmth moves slowly into her fingers. Her father sits beside her. For a while, they simply listen. Rain against the glass, the low hum of the oven, A car passing outside through wet streets. The smell begins slowly at first. Butter, sugar, something warm deepening inside the oven. Emma looks toward it immediately. Her father smiles. "That's the best part," he says. The smell grows richer as the minutes pass. The whole kitchen changes with it. Even the hallway outside begins to smell warm and sweet. Emma swings her feet lightly against the stool. The lights reflect softly in the dark window now, the kitchen appearing faintly in the glass beside the rain outside. She can see herself there, her father beside her, the yellow lights above them, the steam from the mugs rising slowly upward. Everything looks softer in reflections. The timer rings gently. Her father stands and opens the oven. Warm air rushes into the kitchen all at once. The biscuits are pale gold at the edges, slightly darker underneath, still soft in the middle. Emma leans closer, carefully. The smell is even warmer now. Her father places the tray onto the stovetop to cool. "You have to wait a little," he says. Emma sighs quietly. Waiting after baking always feels longer than waiting before. Still, she likes this part too. The kitchen is at its warmest now. The rain continues outside. The windows glow softly with reflected light. The biscuits cool slowly on the tray between them. Emma rests her chin against her folded arms on the counter. Her father washes the mixing bowl slowly at the sink. Water runs softly. Plates clink gently. Everything in the kitchen moves at the same calm pace. Nothing rushed, nothing loud. Just the warm, quiet feeling of an evening slowly unfolding around them. After a while, her father places one biscuit onto a small plate beside her. "Still warm," he says. Emma breaks it open carefully. Steam rises faintly from the middle. The inside is soft, the edges slightly crisp. She takes a bite slowly. Butter, sugar, warm milk, a little cinnamon still in the air. Outside, the rain keeps falling softly through the dark evening. Inside, the kitchen remains warm and golden. And Emma thinks there may be no better feeling in the world than baking with her father, while the rain moves quietly against the windows beside them.